All right. Welcome to the Follow Through Project. I know it's been almost exactly a year now since I posted a video for the Reasons We Rise podcast. Got no excuses for that, unfortunately. But over the last year, especially the last 6 months, I've actually completely restructured the whole vision for that. And it is no longer the Reasons We Rise podcast, but the Follow Through Project. So I'm pretty excited to announce it just because I spent the last 6 months really working on the details of what I want it to be and where I want it to go. And this video is basically to announce it and to explain my vision and to kind of give you a little bit of insight on what to expect and where I'm going with this project. And let's get into it. So I have some notes on my phone, and I'm also checking the camera on my phone. This is the first time I've done a video like this out in nature, and it's a lot different than recording in the studio. So unfortunately, I'm not using the same audio that I would. So I'm really praying that this audio comes out clean. But yeah, so let's get into it. Basically, the Reasons We Rise podcast was just a podcast. And although I think it was a great start, it was just that. It was a start. And ultimately, looking back at it now, is kind of a pilot per se, a test, just to see how it would go doing podcasts and whatnot. And then I ultimately realized that I want to do more than that. So I will continue doing podcast episodes for sure. But the Follow Through Project is bigger than that. And that's the dream. I have so much more, so many more ideas than just doing podcasts. And I'll touch on that now. But the reason behind the name change is pretty simple, right? It's in the name. It's the Follow Through Project. Following through, something that I have struggled with a lot of my life, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, personally, through my business, and in relationships and friendships. And I know it's something I've always struggled with, my health. Sometimes I'm on fire with what I want to do, and sometimes I'm not. And I know I've lacked the consistency in a lot of things in my life, and I recently turned 32, and the last 6 months have been quite a uphill climb in regards to my health, my overall mental health and everything. And I just want to change that. I definitely want to start following through on stuff. I have dreams, I have goals, I have ambition for stuff, and I know I've lacked the follow through on a lot of those things. So that ends now. That ends today. I'm publicly making this promise, this statement, through the Follow Through Project, that I will be following through on so much more, so many things that I've aspired to be, so many things I've planned and just kind of just pushed it away and didn't do it. And this is ultimately something I have slowly been working on, even going as far back as 2020. I had started a little motivational group called the Phoenix Group, which ultimately was a branch off from a men's group that I was in, which was great. But I felt like I needed more accountability. So from the men's group that I was in, which was amazing, but I just needed a group that was more focused towards accountability than anything else. So I started the Phoenix Group. I had about 6 or 7 members for almost a year, I believe. We're meeting almost weekly. COVID time. Man, these bugs, huh? This is what I wanted. I wanted to be out here in nature. This is what I'm getting. Yeah, so that group was great. It was amazing. It was kind of this vision that I have that I'm fulfilling now, which I started 5 years ago. And that group eventually fizzled out through lack of follow through on my part. And that's fine, because I think it was all steps to get to where I'm at now. And then just, I would say about a year ago, I sort of wanted to start kind of rebuilding it. But ultimately, it was just me meeting up with a buddy of mine named Marcus. My bad, Marcus. A little nervous. It's been a while. But my good friend Marcus and I were meeting almost once a week for a while and kind of just going over stuff we wanted to improve on. We're reading books. We were having deep intellectual conversations about life, emotions, and everything that comes with it. And that was really good, but I always felt like I was still looking for that group that I wanted to rebuild, basically, per se. So fast forward to the Reasons We Rise podcast, and that was, a really cool thing that I did. I feel like for myself, just to get out of my shell and to just put myself out there in public, having kind of deeper conversations, and ultimately that fizzled out too. And now we're here at the Follow Through Project. So for the last 6 months, I've been climbing out of a pretty dark depression, unfortunately. I've posted about it on my music channel, that between June to December of last year, I hit a new low just with my mental health. I won't dive too much into it on this episode or this video, but it was pretty bad. Loneliness definitely took a hold of my life, and it led me to redevelop really bad habits, whether it's alcohol or smoking weed or just getting lost in video games or whatever. It ate away at my life, and a lot of those things just weren't good for me, period. And it got to the point where in December I had crazy anxiety attacks that just sucked so bad. And I was fed up. I was just tired of feeling that way. And I decided to make a shift in my health. And that was cutting out the alcohol, cutting out the weed, cutting out the video games, cutting out other addictions that I just didn't need anymore, and ultimately getting back into my physical health, which is obviously what got me out to doing stuff like this. Man, look at that sunset. Woo! See if I can tap into that sunset. Ooh, yeah. Pretty, pretty. I mean, this thing's already working. This project's working. It got me out here. It's getting me active, but yeah, I definitely struggled with my mental health for a while back then, just about 6 months ago now, and just decided to start making radical changes to the point where I'm good enough now where I am for sure the healthiest I've ever been in my adult life, both physically, mentally, and spiritually, which is pretty great. So I feel empowered to start this project, something I've always wanted to do, and ultimately I want to encourage others to get out of a funk if they're in a funk, get out of a dark space if they're in a dark space. And I think the root of that for me, and I think it's pretty obvious for most people, they would agree that physical health is huge for mental health. And I've been doing a lot of hiking, a lot of active work on myself, and ultimately that's a good base foundation for this project is to just get out and do stuff, to take podcasts out of the studio and out into nature. I love hiking. Some people know that. I love camping. Some people know that. I love getting out there, camping in the middle of nowhere, and that's always been a big part of my life. And I am planning on mixing all that together, right, with this whole vision of mine. And I am all over the place, but I'm doing my best. But yeah, I definitely have a whole new vision for this this podcast that's now more than a podcast. So for starters, get back on track here. The podcast will continue. I will have podcast episodes, sometimes in the studio, but other times maybe on a beach, maybe camping in a forest with friends, or maybe one in Africa with Harry again, which would be pretty cool. But ultimately, the podcast will stay. I do have plans to do public podcasts, so that would include interviewing strangers, which is definitely going to help with my socialness and my speaking skills, which I know could use some work. Because although I can talk on camera, I still get those nerves every once in a while, but I just gotta be me and do the best with what I got. So the podcast will stay, right? But ultimately, the purpose of this project is to help others. I I was deeply inspired by the Graceful Warrior Project. Kelly, the founder, she inspired me so much more than she would ever know, in regards to joining up with that crew and going over to Africa 2 times, now 3 in a couple weeks. And that just spoke to my soul, just helping people and offering my time and my services to people, and just that really deeply impacted me, going on those trips and going out there and doing that, so much so that every time I've come back, I get fired up to want to continue to help people. But with this project and this mission, I want to help people here. I want to help my friends. I want to help people close to me. I want to help complete strangers that feel like they're not doing well mentally. And I want to help them with accountability. I want to get them out of a funk. I want to get them active. I want to go on hikes. I just want to help people, and I know I can. Maybe it's going to be a little rusty start, but I'm confident that I can help people. I'm no therapist, and I'm no fitness coach, but I am me, and I know I could be a pretty good hiking buddy, and I know I could be a guy you can call anytime if you're going through something. So that's ultimately what I'm building this whole project around, is just to help people near me. And yeah, so with that being said, I have a lot of connections. I know mental health therapists. I know physical trainers. I know life coaches. I know doctors that are in leadership, and I know actual doctors. I've met so many interesting people over the last 10, 12 years doing Squires Productions that it would be a shame for me not to connect these people to the people that can really benefit from having someone like that in their lives. So ultimately, I will be planning on using my platform to basically connect the people that I know can make a difference in someone's life. So I do have a website. Don't even bother looking it up because I only bought the domain. It's a work in progress, but in the future I do plan to have like resources on there for a physical trainer, or like a physical therapy, or mental health therapists or anything, but just basically use that website as like a resource platform for people that I know could use help, you know? So that's one thing I'm really excited about, is intertwining those connections that I have with the people that I know could benefit from it. So yeah. Accountability group. I will be bringing back the accountability group aspect of what I started 5 years ago with those few friends, and integrate that now into the follow through project. For the last 6 months, I've been meeting with my two friends, Marcus and Monte. We meet almost every week. I think we've only missed 1 or 2 weeks, and we kind of do that. We just talk about mental health, mental health, and stuff that bothers us, stuff that we're going through, our achievements. They both definitely were a vital part in pulling me out of the darkness that I was in, by having scheduled weekly meetups just to talk about stuff. And they definitely played a big part in getting me to where I'm at now, to where, I don't know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I just turned 32, and there's so much I want to do with my life, and I feel like I have not been following through on stuff. So I'm just fired up about the plans I have for this project. So accountability group, I'm saying it now, I'm openly going to have a public accountability group that I'm building within the project. So if that's something you're interested in, reach out to me personally, and I will get you set up with accountability check-ins and all that kind of stuff that I've done in the past, and just kind of revamping it now. I just love being someone's accountability partner. I definitely enjoy that. Like I said, I'm no mental health therapist or anything like that, but I could check in on you, if you feel like there's something you really want to do, there's something you really want to follow through on, and you just haven't, I can help you. I can help push you in that direction. So, and ultimately, in helping others achieve the stuff that they want to achieve, I know that'll just improve my life in general as well with the things that I want to achieve. So I got to lead by example. So this is me leading by example now. Aside from the accountability group, I know it's a lot, but I'm just laying it all out on the table. I will be doing active meetups, which I'm super excited about. May 31st would be the first active meetup that I have planned. Yep, 31st Saturday. It'll just be a hiking meetup type thing. And I'm planning on just doing a public hiking meet for starters, somewhere locally. I'm based out of San Gabriel Valley, but I will be posting more details shortly about that first meetup. But that's another big part of this, right? Is just opening invitations to people if they feel like, dang, I haven't hiked in a while, I haven't done any fitness in a while. Join us for a hike one day, and that one day is going to be May 31st. So I'll send the details out shortly for that. But aside from hiking meetups, I want to do active stuff like golf tournaments. I'm big on golf. You don't have to be, that's just one thing. But I know I got golfing friends, and ultimately I would love to do golfing tournaments, golfing meetups, beach volleyball. I've been a part of a small little beach volleyball thing a long time ago. It can even be gym sessions or whatever. But ultimately, I want to invite people to do more active things with me, with a group of people. I'll eventually be making a meetup account for the Follow Through Project as well, just to get people, strangers, so it's not just people I know in my circle, but just invite anyone and everyone to come out and get active. And this summer is going to be a hot one, so what a perfect time to do it, right? Summertime. So yeah, active meetups is going to be a big part of this group. And furthermore with that is retreats in nature. That's down the line. I recently planned and executed a little men's retreat with Monte and Marcus 2 weekends ago. I'm a big planner. I love planning. So I very detailed planned a kind of a men's retreat. And we did a lot of hiking, we did camping. I'm a big avid camper. I got skills to do it. I got the gear to do it. So I invited them out to do like a hiking, camping trip for just a small weekend. It was just 2 nights, and that was an amazing experience. I'll definitely make a video talking about that soon, but in the future, I would love to lead men's retreats and maybe just co-ed retreats too in the future. It's not just men's retreats. Women obviously can benefit from this as well. And I love being in nature. I love being in the outdoors. So another thing I'm going to be adding to this follow through project is that. And the ultimate dream down the road is going to be to turn this into a nonprofit. I won't spoil the vision I have for the target audience I would love to help. But ultimately down the road, I would love for this to manifest into a nonprofit organization, which ultimately helps people. I've been wanting to do a nonprofit for years. I've been talking about it, and one day, someday, and I've actually already made some steps towards it, which is pretty exciting. But it's definitely not anything yet, right? So, yeah, that's sort of the vision for this new accountability, motivation community that I want to build, the Follow Through Project. And I ultimately just want people to follow through on their dreams, on their goals, and stop putting stuff off, because life's short. I felt like I was just 21 the other day, and now I'm 32. So yeah, I definitely know that time's skipping by, and this is something I've always wanted to do. It's a little terrifying, it's a little scary, but as they say, just make it now and refine it later. So this is my rusty take for my announcement video for now, and ultimately I will be refining it. It's getting dark. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my big announcement. It was a little sloppy execution, but I'm gonna run with it because that's what it is. And stay tuned for podcast episodes, announcements for hiking meetups and all that. And I'm excited to get active with people and get out there and just clean up that mental health through active activities and everything that comes with it, and accountability. And if this is something that you're interested, please give it a follow, give it a share, give it a like. And if you have any suggestions or comments or feedback or whatever, I'm here to receive them. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. There's 2 bunnies right there. They're pretty cute. So yeah, this is me following through. I've been putting out this video for too long, and I woke up this morning and said, I'm tired of doing that. I'm gonna make the video. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna follow through on this dream of helping others and helping people that I know could use it, because I have been in a dark place myself, and if there was something like this I could sign up for, which is free, by the way, I'm going to make that clear. Most of the stuff I said is free. The hiking meetups, I'm not charging people anything. Maybe down the line if it gets big, but not anytime soon. So it's all free, and if this was something that was available, I probably would have signed up for it just to get out of my funk and just to get out there and get active. So if you're interested in joining an accountability group within the Follow Through Project or a hiking meetup, just reach out, message me, and that's it. So I'm gonna call it right here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Thanks for everything. All right. I don't know how to end these things, so I'm out.